Hi everybody and welcome to Wisdom of Photography. I'm Shmuel Diamond. Let's discuss this image quickly here. This was shot at 2.5. In regards to my rules for depth of field with different groups, I have clear rules only 1.8 when there's one person, and then two people is usually 2.2 or 2.5, three people is 2.8, 3.2, something like that. This is just a perfect example of how shooting at 2.5, obviously I focused on the little girl on the right here, and this little girl on the left is now out of focus, whereas we can see at 2.5 the same image we have both girls in focus. So obviously here I was focusing on this little girl's shoulder, which allowed us a depth of field enough to keep both faces sharp, and in this image where I focus probably on this little girl's face, this little girl ends up soft. Just an important note here, obviously this is a distracting part of the image, and this was taken a couple of seconds later, so obviously these guys were still here. Just by moving around, we're able to use our subject to block out the distracting parts of the image, which is a very helpful, very useful thing to constantly do. This is another picture. These are straight out of the camera, by the way, so please excuse some of the rough edges here. I got the father and the son to pose by the wall, and I quickly ran back, and this is how many pictures it took. This is, again, we talk about playing the odds, but this is how many pictures it took until we got the perfect image, which is quite a nice shot. If we just crop this slightly, some kind of panoramic, I would imagine this would look quite nice. Something like this. As a panoramic image. Obviously this needs to be darkened and get rid of the chromatic aberration, whatever. But this is a nice shot. Okay, here too, just to show you the changing of this image here. I had the first image here is obviously grossly overexposed because I haven't changed my cameras from this setting, so we're at a 1600th of a second, 1.8320. So the next image was taken, just the next image was taken at the same stats, obviously grossly overexposed. And then when I got back to my exposure, correct over here, now this is the kind of image where the father was just walking along, and if I hadn't have paid attention to the fact that the dad, when people are generally walking along, they're not walking along with big smiles, and the image becomes kind of serious. So it's very important to be able to pull yourself out from behind the camera when everything technical is good, and now start thinking about interaction with the client. So after all of these pictures with the dad looking kind of concerned, something like, come on, give us a big smile, or crack some joke or something like that, and we end up here with a nice shot. Okay, all the best. Please don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. See you later.